Hello, Barney.
Hello, mate.
What are we doing today?
We are putting the basin on the Banter unit, connecting it up. So we fixed all this. We finally figured out how to get the drawer off.
Yes.
Because it wasn't a simple one. Turns out it was held on by some screws. So yeah, we're just going to put a bit of silicone down to hold it on. And then yeah, put the basin in, give that a little bit of time to go off a little bit. And then pipe up, connect the waste, hot and colds. And yeah, we got a bit of CT1.
Nice.
Unique sealant and construction adhesive. Mate, it's the best for it, isn't it, really?
You got any tips for siliconing?
I mean, this isn't really, I wouldn't class this as siliconing.
Okay.
Because there's no finesse with it, this is more like sticking it down, you know?
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of siliconing. I try and avoid it as much as I can. But I've heard Fairy Up Liquid is the way forward to smear it along. Get the old fingers down the side. You sort of get a sense of centre of it. Lovely, bit of silicone on my fingers. So yeah, we'll give that a little bit of time to go off. It's as simple as that, really. Some basins have fixings to fix down. We'll put a bead of silicone along there once we're finished, so that's all sealed and it won't go anywhere. We'll set the waste up. I've got the trap here. We weren't 100% sure on height. So we've got a little adjustable peak trap. You never know exactly where everything's going to come out.
Okay.
So I always get these, so you've got a little bit of tolerance of height. So you never know, we might be lucky and it might be bang on, but I don't know. Let me chuck that in there. That's just got the little rubber and we screw that on. Make sure that's square, because the rubber's twisted, can link, no good. Just check. Obviously hot and colds, hot on the left, cold on the right. We'll solder 2 elbows on these 2 copper pipes. We've obviously got to reveal like a cutout for the pipes in the top drawer. I personally hate drawers on anything to do with the sink, just because it's got to come in and out. Something's got to snag it. So at least if you've got a cupboard and there's a pipe at the back of it, you know there's a pipe at the back of it, you know. We've got our isolation valves. They are here.
Very nice.
15mm compression. I put a street elbow in there just because it keeps it small. This is paste. You put it on joints around the olive, so it sort of congeals up and stops any possible leaks.
Create some sort of seal.
Yeah, it sort of goes, after time, it sort of goes like putty.
And what's an olive?
Olive is the little copper ring.
And what's that do?
So that, obviously, if you just add a nut and a fitting, which obviously there's nothing there, so when you tighten the nut, the olives get crimped onto the pipe. So it just floats in it. Normally just put it on the pipe. So that's how we're gonna look. Bang, bang.
What are you doing here? Soldering?
I am soldering, mate, yeah.
What does a flux do?
The flux cleans the pipe and it helps, once it's up to temperature, it helps the solder flow around. I always clean it off with a bit of flux, but some people say you shouldn't, some people say a lot of things.
How come you do?
I do, because once you clean it off and you put the rag on it, it makes the fitting look nice. You know, it makes it look really shiny, whereas if you just add heat and then don't clean it off again, changes the colour of the copper.
Right.
And then obviously you put your wet rag on it, you've got to let it cool down a bit first, because if you put cold onto the heat too quick, it can ruin the joint. Right, we'll cut that back as tight as possible. Right, so I've got these little bad boy street elbows.
Yep.
What we'll do, we'll just set it in. See how high that's got to go. Quite still up that pipe. Right, so that we're gonna have to slightly. No, we're gonna have to cut that back further, aren't we?
I just love the little jiggle that you get. Your whole body joins it.
I can't.
You do a little bum shuffle on the floor.
I can't move anything else. Good thing about a waste pipe, get halfway through.
Little pipe cutter.
That was easy, wasn't it? If I could have got that in there with a grip. Right, that's that. Right, so that needs gluing up. I am gluing the fittings up so that obviously they're watertight. This is polypipe glue or solvent weld glue. Give it a little twist. Just,
you don't need to go full width.
Notes all the way around. There's that. And there's the waste. Right, so hot cold connected.